My name's Syed Roberts, and I'm a DJ with Perfect Harmony Entertainment. What really made me got into DJing was seeing my uncle. My uncle was a DJ. He used to DJ for our church. He would DJ all the family functions, and he was the life of the party. Everybody loved him. He was very gregarious and outgoing, and I want to be like him. I want to be that person. My father was in the military, so everything's very serious. Everything's very clean and short to the point, and there's no fooling around. Of course, military people have fun too, but it was a different lifestyle that I was accustomed to, that I knew, and I wanted to explore more of that lifestyle. So my hobbies would include listening to music, of course, besides just playing it. I love to cook. I'm a Caribbean. I come from a Caribbean family, so music, food, dancing. I love to dance. Going to karaoke, singing, and just being out and having a good time. I don't have a favorite song. That's really hard for me to answer. I get that question all the time, especially with couples. They want to know, like, what's my go-to, and I don't have one. I'm a very versatile person. I've learned to adapt a lot, and I like to just keep it as that. I like a lot of different genres. I love a lot of different artists. I don't want to ever encase myself with one person over the other. Everyone's different, and I appreciate individuality of the artist, so I don't ever want to categorize anybody. If it's good music, it's good music. If it's bad, it's bad. Music has influenced every aspect of my life, mainly because I come from a Caribbean family. I feel like it's all about music. It's all about dancing and having a good time. And music has always been there for me. It's always been there for my family. We've had, tragedies as people go through. And one thing that Caribbean people do is we party to get through something that's difficult. You're having a bad day at work. You're having, problems, with your kids. You're having problems financially. None of that stuff matters when the music's on and you're with your family, you're with your friends, you're out there dancing and have a good time. It changes your mood, changes the way you think about stuff, and I really think it helps motivate you when you're struggling with anything that you're going through. You're having a bad week at work. You're having issues with your kids, or I mean, it could be school or anything like that. But you put some music on, and you get to tap in, you get to clap in, and you start moving, and you start thinking less of what's wrong and more of what's right. The music and how it just changes your mood. So it's influenced my life, and it influences the life of people around me. The most rewarding part of what I do is seeing everybody having a good time. Seeing people come together that may not have known each other, for the first time they're meeting each other. And what's bringing them together is the music. What's bringing them together is them being on the dance floor together and having a good time. What makes a great DJ is somebody that's versatile. You gotta be able to know to read the crowd, you gotta be able to know your audience, and you gotta be able to adjust. It's hard sometimes because you're looking at a room full of strangers, people you've never met. You have no idea what their musical tastes are like. But you gotta be able to have certain songs in your repertoire that are your go-to, that if I play this, I'm gonna play other songs like this. If I play this and it doesn't work, I'm not gonna play anything like this at all. So versatility, and preparation as well too. You need to be prepared. You need to be prepared for your audience, what you're playing, to the best of your ability. You can do some research. You can, search up some demographics of the area that you're going to. Is it a college town? Is it a younger crowd? Is it a younger couple that's getting married? Or are you going to a bar that's typically regulars who are the older crowd? You can kind of prepare for what's going on. So you got to be able to be prepared and be versatile. Someone should hire me because I'm just the life of the party. I know how to get the people going. I know what the people want because I know what I'm working with. I'm extremely confident in myself and my abilities to perform at any standard because, like I said, you got to be prepared and you need to be versatile. I'm a good DJ. I'm a good host. I'm a good MC because I care. I care about what I do. I want people to have a good time. I don't want to see anybody upset about what I'm bringing to the table. So I like to take that extra step to listen to my clients, listen to the bride and groom, have consultations with them well before the wedding happens, a couple months out as the wedding gets closer, because things can change. People may have what they started off wanting at a wedding and realize, no, maybe that's not what we actually want to do. We've come together and talked about some things, and I'm there for those people. For my bride and groom, I'm there for the vendors to help them too, because I want everything to move smoothly. I don't want to just be there to play music. I want to help facilitate the party and make sure everyone has a good time and it flows smoothly. I wanted to be part of Perfect Harmony Entertainment immediately when I met John. I mean, John is awesome. John's a great guy. He loves what he does. I seen the passion in him, early on, and he stands by his product. He stands by his service, and he really cares. He cares about his clients. He cares about the performances he's putting on, and I look up to somebody like that, and I want to live up to those standards too. So it's been easy, where I thought it was going to be hard getting into being a wedding DJ, because I've always done bars, clubs, college parties, stuff like that. And it wasn't until I met John that I started doing weddings. And John really gave me the confidence. He really gave me the confidence to excel in this industry. I think what makes me different is that I take that extra step to care. I pay attention to maybe things I shouldn't. For example, I had a wedding. We were getting ready to do cake cutting, and there was no cake cutting material. The cake was there, but there was no knife or plate for the bride and groom. And it was kind of weird to me that no one else had noticed that this was going on. I quickly put my controller on autoplay, and I found somebody immediately, because I knew it was cake cutting time. I had just announced it, and the bride and groom were standing there, getting ready to do so. But before I got everyone's attention, I was able to notice that we're not fully prepared, to do the cake cutting. So I had to find somebody, find the staff. We got the stuff, and we were able to just get through cake cutting pretty seamlessly. So I take that extra step. I care. I think that's what sets me apart. One of my favorite memories DJing would be at a wedding I did last year, sometime in the fall. I had done the ceremony, pretty much the whole day, cocktail hour, and now we're getting to the toast. And the first person to give the toast that evening was the father of the bride. And he had reached out to me probably 2 days before the wedding. He said, "Hey, I have an idea. I want to start off the toast by playing the theme song to The Godfather, but I want to play that at a specific time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see you at the wedding, but do you think we could pull this off?" I emailed him back. He gave me a brief description of what he wanted. I said, "Yeah, sure, it's no problem." So here comes the wedding. We're there at the toast, and the father goes up to speak, and he's talking to his daughter. Everyone's paying attention. People are crying. So it's a very somber moment, and it's lovely. It's beautiful. Then all of a sudden, you hear the theme song to The Godfather bringing in, because it's an Italian family. I'm raising the volume of it up, and people are looking around like, what's happening right now? And they realize that the father's up to no good, because they hear the music, they know it's one of his favorite movies, and he turns to the groom and he says, "I've got a proposition. I need you to do me a favor." And the whole crowd just, burst out into laughter and tears, and it was hilarious for me, and I was glad to be a part of something like that.